Hello folks, how you doing? So what's your next move? Maybe you're sat there thinking, what is my next move? So this is for all of you that are asking yourself that question, or the universe that question. What is my next move? I'm not going to date stamp this because it's whenever you're drawn to watch this video. So what's my next move? I've got 3 decks in front of me. The Aftertarot by Corrine, the Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie, and the Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. So we're going to turn to these decks, intuition, psychic ability, to see what the next move is that needs to be made. Okay, so we'll start with the tarot first and then go on to the oracle cards. So for those watching, what is their next move? Guidance from spirit, guidance from the light, guidance from the universe, guides, angels, galactics of light. Whoa, we've got a flip. So, interesting. I'll show you what it is. It's the recovery. It's been taken away. It's a man being taken away after battle. When I saw it flip up in my deck, I got the message that it's about getting the job done. Something's happened, whether it was fated or whatever, but something's happened and we need to move forward from it. We need to step forward one step at a time. And then we've got 8 of Pentacles at the bottom, which is about work. It's about making an impact. It's about also as well getting rewarded for something. We could also be, with this reading, looking at maybe some of you maybe past exams, failed exams, so you can pass them in the future, you will pass them in the future. Failed exams, failed driving lesson, a failed first date, a failed house move. There's something that's happened that's knocked you for 6. Failure at work, business, and this is about picking yourself up and brushing yourself down. And it feels as though to stay where you are isn't going to benefit you. To try and go back, you can't. There's a door. I'm seeing a door being slammed. The door's being slammed. You can't get back through it. There's no going back. And something new is waiting to come in. The Knight of Pentacles. It's almost like something's been offered to you. I like the Knight of Pentacles and I like the Ace of Pentacles that comes in as well, because the Eight of Pentacles is a aha moment. It's grounding something. So something, whatever that something is, it's going to be different for everyone watching. It's whatever it is, it's knocked you for 6. It's upset you, it's derailed you. You've needed to have recovery, but now it's like the universe is saying there's something else here for you. There's something else for you that you can use to go forward. But it's got to be you that grasps hold of it. What did your great Auntie Claire say about the Knight of Pentacles? And then the Ace of Pentacles coming in. You can't make it up. Whatever it is that's happened, this can be, when I say resolved, it may not be resolved between you and somebody else, but it can be resolved in here. And you can go on to do something better. Whatever comes in, be it apology, be it change, be it something new, you can really seed that in. You can make something of it. Something can get bigger. It can get bigger. And then we've got justice rebalancing. So there's been a karmic issue between you and somebody else, or you in a certain situation, a soul contract issue. And this has needed balancing for some time. And for some of you, I'm seeing that it's almost like there's been different opportunities throughout your life with this person situation. It could be a mindset, it could be a way of being, where it's cropped up. You've tried to change something, but you've gone back in. I can't face this, I'm going back to sleep with it. I can't deal with it. But this is almost like it's come to a head. and it's brought about a rebalancing. There's also, for some of you, some people involved in this situation that don't want to move on from it. I'm seeing you there in your power, but I'm also seeing somebody wounded here. Can you see that? And somebody that, it's almost like there's you, there's some, I mean, these could also be feelings, on energies. It's not necessarily people, but it's almost, this could be in certain aspects of you as well. Interesting. So there's an aspect that is justice and strong and bold and empowered. There's an aspect that is still in pain. And there's an aspect that is kind of adjusting the crown, if that makes sense. This could be you and somebody else, you and two people. It could be aspects of you. It could be aspects of the problem. It could be all of it. Because don't forget, many people do watch these videos. So it's going to be different for all of you. And the Hierophant. Enlightenment, healing, light, wisdom. Again, this soul contract energy. That book is almost like your soul contract book with all of your stories in it. There's also a feeling here of wanting to get more from life, and whatever this situation is, it's left you wanting more from life, questioning your role in life, questioning their role in your story. It's made you have a thirst for knowledge. For some of you that are maybe I keep saying past exams, and I want to say failed. What if the failing was actually a pass? Because I've just been watching a video on Instagram, and this motivational speaker was saying she doesn't take her no's as no's anymore. She takes them as lessons and nudges from the universe that she needs to be on a different path and there's something better. And I'm wondering if for you that have maybe failed an exam, failed a driving test, not had the first date that you thought you'd have, if there's something better. For those of you house move, whatever it is, there's something better or a better version of that, or that needs chance to get better, if that makes sense. So there's a stalling of something. The Fool. He's taken a leap of faith, but something's come in and it stopped him. A lack of self-confidence. The time's not right for something as well. The time hasn't been right. It's a conflicting reading because we've got something that's happened, something that wants to come in. There's a hesitancy. I was going to say it's an overwhelming hesitancy. Yes, but I've been hurt in the past. Yes, but I'm not good enough. Yes, but good things never happened to me. And then we get a Seven of Pentacles, which is overwhelming. You know, if you think about this reading where it started, is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles comes before. So he's got a pile of logs that need to be sorted, a pile of washing, a pile of children's toys that need to be put away, a pile of something. And he has to get it back in order. He has to make sense of it. So is there something that needs to be made sense of? There's an overwhelming feeling here that I just can't do it. I just can't get back up. This is too hard. I can't do it. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, I took from the bottom of my deck and it was Temperance, which is balance. So needing to balance the waters of the body, balance emotions. And it's almost like, whoa, breathe, ground, just pull yourself together. It's almost like having a little bit of a tough love conversation with yourself to enable you to go forward, to enable you to step forward, to enable healing to happen. I also feel as well there's an energy here of needing to take some time out, a holiday, something that can help. It could even be a spa day, it could be a picnic in the woods, it could be a walk in the woods. There's something holistic needed here just to help you rebalance. And being careful of where you give and what you give to and who's taking from you. So you could be thinking, I need to move, but I can't because I look after my mum. I need to move, I can't because the kids' school. I need to move, I can't because of... And a lot of these are just stories, because the truth is, people move all the time. And no, saying no to someone allows growth for both. Because when someone says no to you as a person, it's offering you the opportunity to grow, to step into your power, to go, okay, right, I'll have to find another way of doing something, or I'll have to try and do it myself. So let's pull a card for that. What was the next card? Three of Pentacles. Let me pull a clarifier for that card. A deep diver. I've been feeling this for a while. Many people, we can all do this, we tell ourselves stories that the more we tell them, the more believable they become. And we actually cause more problems in our life to stop ourselves from doing something. I can't because I can't go on a dating site because I'm not attractive. I can't go on a dating site because I'm not slim. I can't get another job because of whatever, and X, Y, Z, and this list gets bigger. And we end up blaming something else or someone else for staying stuck. And there's a past connection, but it nearly came out as past life. This is also the inner child card. So some of you, we may be dealing with someone that's dealing with a parent or parents or some type of family commitment that's holding them back. And that can be a really painful thing. Because once you get into that energy of holding space for someone, stepping in for someone, caring for someone. I remember I used to work in a nursing home and I was 16, can you believe it, as a care assistant, EMI, which is elderly and mentally ill. That's what they used to call it at the time. Politically correct, I don't think, but that's what they called it at the time. And I remember residents, when they first moved in, were kind of alright. You know, you could have conversations with them to some extent. They looked well, they were dressed well. Put it this way, they were the easiest of residents to care for. They could kind of wash, kind of feed themselves. It's just they had dementia or Alzheimer's, and obviously things were changing. Give them a few weeks there and they went downhill. Some quicker than others. And it's when we put people in that caring environment where... Have you ever seen someone that's injured themselves and somebody always wants to jump in and feed them, or jump in and wash them, or jump in? I remember being trained as a care assistant by a really good carer that said, never try and wash them. Whenever you're caring for a resident, always give them the flannel as well, so they get to wipe their face. And they may not do it correctly, so you may go in afterwards, but don't go in and wash them and take all their power from them, because the more you take someone's power, the worse they get. And this is why people get anxiety, because somebody's coming at some point and taken their power. Life's taken their power. They've given their power to something else. They've given their power to someone else. And this is about regaining that and finding an equilibrium about that. There can also be here as well that there's still a lot of the old teaching of you stay in a certain job until you're a certain age, you do life a certain way, you get a mortgage, you have children, 2.4 children, you get 2 cars on there's still that, and that old energy is holding people back. It's taken, and the Tower, there's only so much of this that can be taken. Also, as we'll take it away from parent and child, for some of you, in the past, you've given too much to a relationship, a friendship. There was an exploitation that happened. There was an exploitation. I mean, it could come back to this card here. There was an exploitation that happened. There can also be with these cards as well a fear a fear of exploitation. That's weird. A fear of a tower moment. If I tell them I'm not going to do that anymore, if I tell them I'm going to cut my hours down, if I tell them I'm going to do this, they're going to flip. But as humans, we soon get over things. I saw another great video the other day when I was on holiday of there's a whole range of people in your life waiting to see the real you so they can grow. And when you put a fake you on, or don't fulfill your own needs and desires, people are only getting the fake you. They're not getting the real version of you. So they're not getting that chance to grow. So let's round this reading up. So what's their next move? Their next move is... What's their next move? It's Two of Cups. Five of Wands. Battles. Facing your battles. It's interesting, isn't it? Two of Cups isn't just about two people having a hug or sharing a glass of wine. It's about aspects of ourselves and energy coming in, healing energy coming in. So it's about rebalancing something between us. Interesting. I love it when regions get hijacked. The King of Swords. An Ace of Cups. Love. I'll do one more. And the Queen of Wands taking something forward. So, what is your next move? Your next move is to find peace with yourself. Is to bring about peace for both aspects of yourself. Just, you know, when people say, if only I could do that job. If only I could do that, I'd do that hobby. Those days are going. So as these frequencies change on the planet, you're going to have to do things that light your soul up. If you don't, it's game over. It gets harder and harder. So as these frequencies change, we've got to find unity consciousness within ourselves and with others. King of Swords, which is doing something. It's making plans. Making plans. Wholesome plans. Putting them into actions in a gentler way. We've not got the King of Wands, which can be fiery. I mean, she can be fiery as well, but it's the divine feminine way. Maybe there's a conversation needed here with someone, a gentle conversation about what you need from your life. Final wrap up for the tarot. What's going to light you up? What's going to fulfill you? What's going to bring you inner peace? If you are in a situation where you're caring for someone and they just take, that needs to be looked at. Because, you know, sometimes there's a soul contract where you're going to care for someone because in a previous life you did X, Y, Z to them. And in this life you've got to kind of make that up. That does happen and it is real. For example, say if you've murdered someone. I mean, the Law's Canon talks about this. Say if you've murdered someone, you can come back into another incarnation where you're looking after them. Where they're your child, or they're the relative of a child, or the relative of whatever you killed in a past life. You're having to pay that back, but it's got to be healthy. Whatever it is you're doing's got to be healthy and wholesome to take you forward. There's a mixed bag with this reading. It's not a simple reading. It's one of these readings which leave us with more to ponder. The message I'm getting is, for those of you that have access to tarot, you carry this reading on for yourself personally now. So you've watched this video. I mean, I'm going to do some oracle cards. When this video goes off, get your own cards out and then read on your personal situation. Because obviously this is a variant reading for all peoples. And see what comes up with your own personal deck in your own personal space. So what's their next move? What's their next move? Soul family and soul writing. This this reading, there's a lot of people drawn to this reading with family issues. And there's a lot of rewriting of the old generational trauma stories that's going on. Not for everyone in the family because they're not ready for it yet, but for those that are ready for it, to step out of the old stories, the old paradigms, the old they said, they did this. There's a real high frequency coming in to where people are looking at different people in the family going, I don't just see you as mum, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grandparent. I'm actually seeing you as energy. And I'm seeing you as a person that, yes, made your mistakes, but you are a human being. It wasn't about me. If there's been a disagreement, it was just karma that needed to be carried out. This is very huge. Authentic truth. You need to be truthful with yourself. There is only light. So stepping into your light body. Vesica Pisces. I'll let you absorb that symbol. You know, what does that card say to you? It's about being able to see both sides of the story. You know, they talk about red pill, blue pill and all of that. Well, purple pill. Being able to see all sides of it. You are the universe. So knowing that you are a player in the world, that you're not here to just eat, sleep, rave, repeat. And whispers, what are your guides saying to you in dream state? Oops. And manifestation, what life are you manifesting? Your guides want you to start manifesting a life that fulfills you. There's a lot that's going to be coming up, and there's a lot that's been coming up in relation to ascension and awakening that can be quite triggering. You know, when you know you have to have a truthful conversation with someone, that can be really triggering and scary. But there are a lot of conversations swimming around in the universe that need to be had. And don't forget that when you step into your empowerment, you send a pulse out into the universe for others to do it. It's like it only takes one member of a family to start healing, and then like a domino effect, it really does happen. It really does happen. It may not happen at the speed you want it to or think it should, but it does. It really does. And it's like, I've not seen that person for 10 years, and all of a sudden there's a change, there's a rippling going out. It only takes one person. The wisdom. Step into your wisdom. Protection. You're protected going through this. Purification. This is a purification cycle. Focus on what you want. There's also a need for freedom here. Openness, being open with the universe of what you want. To embrace the opportunities that are in front of you. Don't worry also, for some of you, you're worried that it goes wrong. It'll go wrong again. If it does, that actually, you know, when things go wrong, it's actually a big part of the process. Sometimes we have to go through a lot of wrongs before we actually get it right. So don't let that, it's all teaching. It's all about your foundations. You're laying your first line of bricks, second line of bricks, third line of bricks. And it's all a voyage of discovery. And at the minute you're going through healing chaos, where lots of change is happening, in order to bring inner peace, to embrace the wonders of the earth, to bring in abundance. But do be diligent at this time, because this is a time of going forward. And take some time out as well. Let's do another one. And please do have patience. Interesting. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, comment and subscribe for more content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.